What up, everyone? How's it going? 300 pull-ups with my little jazzercise right here. Never done 300 pull-ups before. Never, ever done them. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. There we go. All right, just ran 10 miles. Came back. Gonna go do 300 pull-ups. That's pretty much all there is to it. In between my What's up, Sham Misra? I'm about to do some pull-ups. I just got back from my run. In between, I'm gonna be using this jazzercise right here to build the jaw muscles. That's basically it, bro. There we go. That was exciting. Okay, so that's 295 to go. I was, yeah, I guess kind of nice. Just, you know, I don't know, man. I was watching David Goggins. That motherfucker's inspiring, bro. Let me tell you, just inspiring. You know, I'm just inspired. You know, every time I do a workout now, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. Like, today I ran 10 miles. I haven't run 10 miles, I don't think ever. I don't think I've actually ever run 10 miles at once. Is David natty? I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe. It's possible. It's tough to tell with him because he's got a really athletic background. So, what's up, Spinach? He's got a very strong athletic background. He was in the SEALs and all that. So, you got to kind of wonder like how much of that is from that, just like residual changes to his physiology. And then he's black, right? Like, let's just come out and say it. Like, he's got pretty good genetics already. So, I don't know. Who knows? Somebody asked me to do some workouts. They're like, oh, why don't you record a workout video? And I was like, my workouts are boring, man. Like, you want to watch me do fucking pull-ups? You want to watch me do 300 pull-ups? I don't know. It doesn't seem very interesting. I wouldn't watch that shit, but I don't know. Carla Van Norman, happy Thanksgiving to you. Get my drink. You guys drink energy drinks? Anybody? Energy drinks? What energy drinks do you guys drink if you drink them? I love this shit, man. I'm addicted. There's this guy called Chase Iron. He eats on his vlogs and motherfuckers watch him. Yeah, I mean, Bang Energy Sour Apple, never had that one. Honestly, dude, you know what I realized a long time ago from making videos is that people will just watch everything. 750 milligrams caffeine. There's no way there's 750 milligrams of caffeine in one energy drink. Exactly. People will watch anything. Dude, I used to make 8 videos a day. They'll just fucking... I had people that would watch every single one. It was like 3 hours of content I was making a day. When I was in Thailand, I had like 2 months where I was just doing a lot of reaction videos. And there are people who watch every single one. I don't know, man. 750 milligrams of caffeine? That's, oh, in Bang? I don't think so. Are you the one who said Bang? Was that you? Bang energy drinks. No, man. Bang, they have 300. I don't think it's, I don't think so. What running shoes do you wear? I wear, Adidas Ultra Boost. Oh, 15. Yeah, I like the Ultra Boost. When I bought them, I didn't like them because I just switched from, Adidas has another pair of running shoes called Cloud something, Cloud Form, Cloud shit, I don't really know. And I was wearing those before and they're way lighter. But, yeah, no. 150 milligrams a week strength. Or are you talking about TRT? Hoka shoes, never tried them. 150, that's a lot. That's a lot. I upped mine to 105. So I was doing 84 or 87. I upped it to 105. I feel like that's like good for me. Are you taking AI? Oh, you're doing an AI? I quit my AI. I stopped it. I just like, I do it sometimes, but because what I originally thought is that like I was getting really depressed at work. I was like, fuck man, like little tiny things would bother me. I mean, some people will say it's good, some people will say it's not good. I think if you have side effects, then you can do it. You can work it in there. But I was getting fucking just really upset at work over little tiny things that normally would worry me. I'm normally like a very patient person, but I was like just getting really set off about little things. And then I would take the AI, I'd take a Rimastain, and immediately it would just like, well, maybe not within 20 minutes, I would just be way more chill about everything. So I'm not really sure what that's about. I'm also carrying a little bit more fat than I normally do, so I think I'm aromatizing a little bit more. What AI did you take? Ooh, fuck. Arimidex. Is that a suicidal AI? Is that one like 0.25? Is that the one that it binds to the receptor and like flushes it out of your system? Or do you just stop producing it? I don't actually know. This supplement company full of Dietary, and I've taken it fast. It's pretty good. I like it. Just lowers it. Yeah, I take the suicidal one. Aromacin. Yeah, that's right. I also take like Aromacin and Arimistane. I don't know why nobody ever talks about Arimistane. Like I never like hear anything about it on any forums or anything like that. I don't understand why. It's really good. And the thing with AI is you can just kind of like, you can take it as you need it. You know, you don't have to, I don't think it's a good idea to take it like every day or every 3 days. I think because you're gonna change your diet every day. Sometimes you'll be carrying more fat, sometimes you'll be carrying less fat. So I think you can scale your AI with that. What does it feel like? Should be good. I don't know. I don't even really notice it anymore. I just low dose Adderall 24/7. I don't know about that. Definitely not. I'm not nearly as smart as I am on Adderall. Bro, when I was taking Adderall, you know how, well, hold on one second. When I got certified as a personal trainer, they send you this like fat book like this, like 500 pages. And you have 2 years to learn everything and take the test. And I literally take Adderall. I didn't sleep. I took an entire week and I just went through the book and read everything in the book and took notes on the book. And then I scheduled the test a month later and fucking aced the test. I didn't know shit about anatomy or anything like that, but oh my God. It's just, it's so helpful for learning. And I've tried Ritalin, and Dexedrine is okay. I don't know. I don't really like Ritalin. It doesn't have the same effect. Yeah, man. That's how like, I kind of want to get a prescription, but I feel, I don't think they would give it to me. I don't know. I am an adult, but don't they make you take like a bunch of tests and shit now if you want to get it? I just feel like if I go in there, I'm like, hey, what's up? I want Adderall. They'll be like, oh shit, my room's a mess, huh? Whatever, I don't care. Deal with it. Yeah, sex is easy, not Addy. Oh, Dex, yeah. It's kind of the same. I don't know. I used to take that too, but you know, it's kind of the same. The time release ones, I guess. I don't know. I used to abuse it for sure. But when I was in college also, man, I would take that. Like I wouldn't do any of the assignments or read any of the chapters. Just fucking Oh, you mean it's easy to get a prescription? Really? In America? I don't know, maybe I should look it up. What do I look for? I have to look for like a special clinic or something like that? Or what's the... Tell me, red pill me on it. Whew. It's 30 pull-ups already. Got the prescription in a day? Fuck, bro. Who's this doctor? Where'd you get this? In a day? Really? How's that possible? Damn. It's an accomplishment right there. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go. There's always a catch. I don't have a family doctor. I don't have insurance. I don't have any of that shit. Just got to be healthy. That's why I didn't go do anything for my eye. My eye's still fucked up. It's not so bad anymore, though. Still taking Phenibut? Absolutely. Every day, 1 gram a day. My Phenibut videos are pretty popular. Vyvanse. Yeah, isn't Vyvanse is also an amphetamine, isn't it? It's, or it breaks down. It's like an amphetamine derivative. Like it breaks down into amphetamine. You think I have good genetics? I have shit genetics, bro. My genetics are garbage. They are trash. I mean, it depends on who you compare me to, you know? If like I compare myself to like top YouTubers, you know? Yohimbe or nitric oxide? What do you mean Yohimbe or nitric oxide? Do I take either of those or recommend? Whew. 35. What's better for pump? Yohimbe doesn't give you pumps. Yohimbe is just a stimulant. Yohimbe gives your dick a pump. I like agmatine for pumps. In fact, I think what I might do now, I thought about this earlier, I just forgot, but so for pumps, there's a bunch of stuff you can take. No, that's nitrous oxide, not nitric oxide. That's different. Nitrous oxide is something else. Nitric oxide is NO2. Nitrous oxide, I think, is just NO, right? If you look at the like chemical fucking symbol or whatever. For pumps, I like creatine and agmatine. I know More Plates, More Dates has a like specific pump fucking supplement. Some people take glycerol, which is, it will make your muscles fill up with water. I don't like to take it before a workout though, because I work out sometimes on an empty stomach and it will like make me bloat a little bit and it feels like I have like a rock fucking stomach, and I don't like to work out when I have that feeling. It's not very pleasant. For pumps, really, honestly, I don't think you need anything other than agmatine. 1 gram should do the trick. You could take more. I take 1 gram a day, but it's safe. Like it's a metabolite of agmatine or fucking arginine. Do you administer TRT sub-Q or IM? I do sub-Q. I do it either, sometimes I do IM, but I use insulin pins, and the needle's like fucking that small. So it depends on the injection site. Like this vial that I have now, it creates like a hard lump every time I do an injection, whereas the last one, it didn't do that. I'm not sure why it's doing it now. So I have to injection sites a lot more frequently now. Before I was only doing my glutes. So I pin every day. Do you every day, or you do it like once or twice a week? Donating blood 3 months down the line. I don't know, I definitely need to do it. It's not sketchy. I gotta set my first appointment though. I keep meaning to do it, haven't done it. Oh, fuck. It's gonna be a tough couple hours right here. Haven't done it. where do you order supplements from? So I get mine either from Amazon or from Nootropics Depot. Or I go to Best Price Nutrition or Supplement Warehouse. Supplement Warehouse, like, they actually hooked me up with a fucking gigantic box of supplements. You can look for the video on my channel. It's called Mystery Box Unboxing. Supplement Box Unboxing. I missed some. Can you start over? It's all good, bro. I'm only on, what am I on, 40? Either on 40 or 45. Fuck. I want to say 45. I think that's 45. Right? Anybody remember? I don't know. Let's stick with 45. Oh, it's gonna be a long couple hours for sure. Yeah, I guess. I've never done pull-ups, so we'll see how that goes. But, you know, like I was listening to Goggins and he's like, physical training is about increasing mental toughness. It's not, don't think of it like it's for your body, like you're building your body or something like that. Think of it like when you're doing physical training, you're trying to increase your mental toughness. And that's kind of what allows you to push yourself further than you think you can be pushed. Because if you think you're limited by physical, then you're like, oh, this is really hard. Oh, I should stop. Is there any tolerance to TRT like other pharmaceuticals? I mean, it's a hormone, right? So it's like there is tolerance in that your body will produce less, right? For example, if you take something that increases dopamine, whoa, LH, long time no see. If you take something that increases dopamine, your body will produce less dopamine, right? Same thing with testosterone, but you still have the effects of the testosterone in your body. So hold on. Oh, fuck me. Am I out of this? I'm gonna get some water really quick, hold on. Yeah, so there's tolerance per se. They do say, like anecdotally, what people who are long-time steroid users will say is that you lose gains from your first cycle because your androgen receptors are like fresh, I guess. But if you're doing TRT, then like think of it like this, like if you, let's, right? And you sleep on it one time with a little bit of weight, but you sleep on it every night. Like you have a pillow, you sleep on it every night, but you don't put a lot of weight on the pillow. The pillow is going to retain more of its shape than if you sleep on that same pillow with like a huge amount of weight for a shorter amount of time. Does that make sense? I don't know, I'm not really explaining that very well, but that's kind of the difference between TRT and a cycle, right? Your receptors will, I guess, be more fresh than if you were to do full fucking testosterone cycle, which I am. So to be fair, you know, start filming your cold approaches on the strip. I thought about that. I have a wing who's hits me up all the time. He's like, bro, let's go out. Let's do this. Let's do that. So I'm thinking about it. I have audio recordings. I just need video. Oh my God. 55. Oh, fuck me, man. What's this? This is sensational, but of course, is this Jeff Cavalier? Yes, shit. Just spilled my water. Kayla Lee, you cracked me up, man. In case you guys don't know, Kayla Lee is one of my it's one of the top 5 in my fan club for sure. For sure. just wanted some normal subscribers. That's all I wanted. And now I got Kalo Lee being weird. By the way, Kalo, are you still uploading YouTube videos? Didn't know you had a fan club. Yeah, man, I got fans, surprisingly. I think I'm like, I imagine in my mind that I'm like the most well-known small fitness YouTuber, because I feel like everybody's seen my videos. But nobody actually like watches them on a regular basis. See, that's what I'm saying. Nathan T, that's what I mean. No, I know exactly what you mean. And it's weird to me that I see every day new people comment on my videos. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, and from the comments, it sounds like they've watched a lot of them. I'm like, who the fuck is this person? I've never seen this person comment before. All girls with sternum watch YP. Yeah, only the girls that have a sternum. Ugh. 60. Oh. Did you vote? No, I didn't vote. Fuck that. Nope. Big Yalak Habibi. Yeah, I mean, you know, I like doing the videos. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's like, you know how some people post on Facebook, some people post on Instagram, whatever, you know, they'll do their little picture or their fucking status update or whatever. I do YouTube. It's like, I feel like it's like I have my own little TV show, you know, I can just do whatever I want. I should put more effort in and make better videos, like with better production value. And I do want to do that, for sure. I just fucking hate editing. I'm not about to spend like 4 hours a day editing shit. But I think what I will do is, in January, I'm starting a new job. It's going to be much better paid. So I think what I'll do is I'll hire a full-time editor and I'll just do, turn on the lights. The light is on, bro. You see that? This is the light. I could get my movie light. I'm also not sweaty at all. Is TRT a top 3 nootropic for you? It's a good question. Oh, fuck me. 65. I don't have a top 3, to be honest with you. Are you doing burpees today? No. Today's a 10-mile run and 300 pull-ups. Is TRT a top 10 or top 3? Yeah. The problem is that there's so many that, like, what I think people should, the way that I think people should start looking at supplements is the same way that they look at food, right? You can't only eat like 5 different types of food and be like, okay, what are your top 5 foods? You can only eat these foods. You know, I think you're limiting yourself unnecessarily when you do that. So I think supplements are kind of similar, and you have to think, what's the goal, right? And similarly with food, there's no one supplement that just does everything for you, you know? A lot of them all do different things, and you're gonna want some benefits from all of them, really. But TRT is definitely up there. TRT is, I guess a better question would be, is TRT a non-negotiable supplement for you? And my answer would be yes, right? I feel like I should have started it a long time ago. I think my life would have been much different if I did. But, you know, how much time do you need for 300 pull-ups? Well, it's been 25 minutes so far. I've done 65. So 65 times 5, or 25 times 5, what is that? 125 minutes. So 2 hours if I maintain this pace, which I don't think is possible. Oh. Do you know any Yiddish? No. At what age what would I have started? It's a good question. Well, let's see. I would say probably my early 30s I would have started. Get into IT, like information technology. Why? The reason I would have started earlier, what should I do in IT? I don't know. I think like the way that I'm starting to look at things now is that you use. No, I would have started earlier than that. Early 30s, I think I would have started. You like don't, and it's not necessarily for the physical benefits, right? I'm starting to think that mental benefits are much better, much more valuable than physical. Have I ever been to the UK? No, definitely not. Why should I get into UT? Oh, or IT pays more than retail? Yeah, no shit. I'm actually I'm working on getting into high ticket coaching services. Oh yeah, help me with some resources. Send them to me, bro. Send it to me, 100%. Is this a special cam? You look kind of jacked from behind, or maybe just pumped. I see lats. I don't know. It's the lat cam. When I film myself with this camera, it makes my lats bigger. No, not really. I don't know. Is that possible? The lat cam? I don't know. You know what I have been doing is a lot of dead hangs. So. Oh, fuck me. Oof. Yeah, retail's a bitch, bro, for sure. 100%. Come here and train. I'll buy you raw meat and milk. Yeah, let's do it. Man, dead hangs are so good for my back. Like delts, lats, and fucking traps. Oh, God. And my chest. I don't know how I didn't start doing those sooner. 75. Yeah, crack text, man. I mean, send them to me. yala.poppy@gmail.com. So send it to me. I am trying to get into high ticket coaching, right? So like I have this fitness course that's coming out. And part of the course, if you guys know anything about funnels, is like you get them to sign up for your email list by giving them a free PDF, and then you send them a funnel, right? And it's like first page of the funnel is like, buy my course. And then if they buy the course, it's like, oh, do you also want this upsell? And then one of the upsells is high ticket coaching, which is where they pay you like $1,000 a month or some shit for actual coaching on fitness. So software testing introduction to learn what it is. 3 months training courses can get you a job easily. Get you job ready. I mean, here's the thing. Tell me how much it pays. First of all, give me like a ballpark figure. Because in January, I'm going to go start doing trade shows, again, in various places in the country. 65 to 90K. So what is that per month? It's like, oh really? That's pretty good. It's like 5K a month minimum. And can you work from home is the main question. It's not bad. Oh, fuck me. 80. I'm only on 80. 220 to go. Oh, shit, bro. How would I feel tomorrow? I don't know. Probably pretty fucked up. Is this okay to do? Yeah, it's okay. Why not? You know, try it. Like, Kayla Lee, what's the most pull-ups you've ever done? I see you on Instagram. You're like doing pull-ups all the time. How many pull-ups do you do in a workout? You seem like you're pretty good. You know? No, it's not 10 per set. I mean per workout. You do 10 pull-ups per workout? I find that hard to believe. Maybe. Anyway, 10 that's a lot for a girl. That's huge. Just try it, man. Just try it. David Goggins did 4,000 pull-ups in 24 hours, you know? So that's what I think about when I think, okay, this dude took 24 hours to do 4,000 pull-ups. I can do 300 pull-ups, you know? They're not, I don't want to say they're not hard, but like you work up to it. Back when I was in high school, I couldn't do a pull-up. I couldn't even do one. I couldn't even lift myself a little bit. But you just practice and practice and practice, and eventually you get stronger. Is COVID really that bad, or is it pretty much the flu? It's the flu, bro. Come on. It's just the flu. It's fucking bullshit. Kayla's a chick. Kayla's a girl. Kayla, you have a YouTube channel, right? I see you posting shit all the time on Instagram. Kayla can do 10 pull-ups, man. You should see her on Instagram. She does good pull-ups, too. Oh. Okay. Is that 80 already? Oh, cocksucker. 85. Underhand pull-ups. Yeah, chin-ups are easier because you can use your biceps. But these ones are supposedly harder. But whatever. I mean, chin-ups are like, here's the thing about pull-ups. If you only do pull-ups and then you try to switch to chin-ups are going to be harder. So, you know, mix it up a little bit. I'll probably switch my grip in a little bit. What did this person say? So I'll tell you what the deal is. Like, I'm 37, right? And if I was 27 or 22 and I wanted to like go do a 2-year course or something like that, it would be less of a big deal. But now I don't want to go do a fucking 2-year course in some random shit. You know what I mean? To like go get some job, work making 5K a month. What I would rather do is take more of a risk and do something more business related where the upside is much bigger. Okay. I'll do a midnight workout for you, Kayla Lee. You got it. Not today though. Today's an 11 a.m. workout. Or you could just stay up a little bit later. Just saying. Tell your kid to use Google. Your kid doesn't know how to use Google? Little Timmy? No? You know, how do I solve for X? Mathtutor.com. Anyway, just saying. I obviously don't have kids. So, like, obviously, go raise your children. Exotic car sales? I mean, hold on. Oh, cocksucker. Fuck me. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Here's the thing about all that shit. It's like, I don't want to do it, you know? I don't want to work for anybody else. I'm not good at working for other people. Like, I'm just not. I've been fired from most jobs I've ever had, really. The only job, actually, now that I think about it, well, not the only job, but one of the only jobs I haven't been fired from are sales jobs, like this specific sales job. Shit, man, I can't even fucking breathe. Exotic car sales, I guess, would be cooler, but I just don't want to deal with the learning curve, you know? Plus, like, what's the goal is to have something that you can do remotely. Maybe you can do exotic car sales remotely, but like, I don't know. Fitness is just so easy, really. Is the 10-mile run over? Yeah, 10-mile run's over. Yep, I did that shit from 7:30 to like, I don't know, 9:30-ish. Yep, 16K. That's right, baby. That shit killed me. I normally do 8 miles. Yeah, give or take 2 hours. Niche training. Yeah, for sure. That's what I want to do. I actually, do any of you guys know about Facebook ads? Because I put up my first Facebook ad yesterday. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with Facebook ads. But yeah, no conversions yet, as far as I know. I spent like $10. The eye's good, pretty good, almost 100%. So I'm doing I'm doing high ticket training. So basically, like, the goal is that people pay me. Anyway, high ticket training. They pay you like thousands of dollars for fucking fitness training and shit. I've heard drop shipping is okay, but it's too saturated from what I understand. Fuck, man. Motivation for you to get jacked. FB market, yeah. All right, so that's 100 so far. I really do kind of feel like I'm gonna throw up though. I hope I don't. Yeah, if any of you guys know about Facebook ads, hit me up, let me know, because I could definitely, or like send me to a good resource. Peace, Kayla Lee. Keep doing those pull-ups. Yeah, my pleasure. I'll probably do more if I don't throw up. Fucking go to the hospital for rhabdo. Yeah, anyway, got to do that high ticket coaching, man. I basically, like, what they say is that if you're trying to make money online, what most people do, if you want to do coaching or sell info products, what most people do is actually the opposite of what you're supposed to do, which is that they sell things for a small amount of money, right? They'll sell a course for like $40 or $30 or a $7 PDF or something like that, and they spend all this money trying to get an audience to eventually remarket to them through email marketing. But what they say, what you're supposed to do is to do high ticket sales, right? Where you charge like $1,500 to $2,000. And then that way, let's say you spent $800 getting leads and you close one of them for $2,000. Well, you already made your money back and then some, you know? So that's actually easier, even though you're charging a lot more money, is what they say. I'm going through, like, I paid $100 for a course to teach me how to do this from this guy named Tanner Chidester, in case you guys have heard of him. He's a business coach that started out as a fitness coach, and he got his business to 7 figures in 12 months, and fucking, he's like really good at this shit. So I bought his course, but like, you know how it is with the funnels. It's like, oh, you bought the course, you know, here's the upsell. Like, now you can buy the sales training for another 200. Now you can buy the done for you materials for 500. Oh, now you can join the mastermind for fucking 1,500. How do I cook my eggs? I'll tell you right now. Oh God. Oh man, I feel ill. How do I cook my eggs? Over easy. I just go with the scrambled, bro. I don't use, oh God. I don't cook the whites. I only cook the yolks. I'll have maybe 1 egg white per 6 egg yolks. And then sometimes I don't even have that. Sometimes I just, pastured, bro. Only pasture raised. Only pasture raised. If I'm like really broke, then I'll go with the cheaper ones, you know? It's better to like at least have something. But for sure, pasture raised, dog, 100%. Like I'll pay $5 for the fucking carton of eggs. Olive oil, butter, Pam. Definitely not Pam, bro. Definitely not Pam. Fuck Pam. I'm not using any shit in a fucking spray can. Absolutely not. No offense if you do, like, teach his own, but I saw this video the other day on polyunsaturated fatty acids from seed oils. I'm never having fucking seed oil again, I'll tell you that. Like, that's one of the reasons why I started doing so much cooking now. Butter's good. Mono unsaturated fats is where it's at. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Like, if I'm gonna cook, what I use now is beef tallow. I do use coconut oil. I used coconut oil yesterday for something that I made, but if I'm going to saute something, if I'm going to fry something in a pan, my first choice every single time is beef tallow, right? Olive oil is okay. Coconut oil is okay. What are like canola oil? Absolutely not. Definitely under no circumstances. Nothing that I get in a fucking spray can is going in my body. No, absolutely not. And that's pretty much it, really. Like, just beef tallow. Try and get as much of your try and eat as much of your food as possible in the form of animal products, really. Like, I was watching this video where the guy talks about, it's just like a 45-minute video where they link polyunsaturated fatty acids to the rise in obesity, to heart disease, to macular degeneration, to, I don't know, fucking strokes, like, to all this crazy shit. And I watched the video. I don't remember why. It popped up after I watched the Weston A. Price video, or after I made that video. Hold on. Ooh. Oh. Oh, God. I'm gonna fucking vomit. Anyway, I don't eat any fucking seed oil anymore. None. Nothing. Haven't had it in about a week. Feel really good. No soy either. Like, before, I think to myself, okay, I worked out, I did this, I did that. Like, I can have some chips and canola oil, right? But I watched this video, and the real thing that kind of tipped me off was that they did a study on rats, and basically they fed the rats the same amount of calories and the same everything. And the only thing they changed was the source of fat. They gave one group of rats tallow, beef tallow, another group, I think, fish oil or olive oil or some shit. And the third group, they gave polyunsaturated fatty acids like sunflower oil, safflower, fucking all this fucking shit oil. And the rats that ate the shit oil, the PUFAs, they gained fucking like 30% more fat and got diabetes and shit like that. So that was it. Like, that was kind of the last straw for me. So I don't buy snacks anymore. I don't buy fucking potato chips anymore unless they're made with olive oil or avocado oil. Even supplements now, because a lot of supplements, they have like fucking vegetable oil in them for some reason, if it's like a capsule, which sucks, but fuck that. I'm not taking that shit ever again. Absolutely not. Do you only eat raw beef, or do you ever eat any other raw meats like chicken or fish? 3.5 months for your body to get rid of the PUFAs after you consume. That's fucking depressing, but okay, 3.5 months. So I've got another 3 months to go, looks like. But I feel so much better, right? Like, so many things lined up for me. It's like, I watched that. I changed my diet to the Weston A. Price diet. I watched that video on PUFAs, so I don't eat that shit anymore. Then I watched the fucking David Goggins interviews, and I'm like obsessed with David Goggins now. So I managed, like, in the span of a week and a half, 2 weeks, I totally cleaned up my diet. And I'm pushing myself so much harder in my training. I've never done 300 pull-ups before, and definitely not after a fucking 10-mile run. Absolutely not. Oh, God, fuck me. 120, I think. Oh. Bro, is it possible to preserve muscle with only resistance bands and push-ups? Why? Let me ask you that question. Let me answer that question with a question. If you have to ask me that question, what do you think the answer is? Just leave it at that. Why don't you buy a pull-up bar? Really? Are you like in England or something? Yeah. That's a good idea, Matt Kubelos, but I already ran 10 miles, so I'm good. I'm good on that little modification for the time being. The goal is 300 pull-ups. That's the goal. Like, I want to do 300 pull-ups. I kind of don't care how long it takes. Yeah. You are in the UK. I don't know why. I got like a UK vibe from you. Let me answer your question first. Who asked me this about raw beef? Do you only ever eat raw beef, or do you ever eat any other raw meats? I prefer raw beef. I think it tastes the best. Raw chicken, I'm not gonna eat that shit. Like, what else is there? Like raw lamb or something? I don't know. I prefer beef because it tastes the best. And grass-fed beef is cheap and easily accessible. And they say that there's like a benefit to eating ruminant, which is like, a ruminant is something that, as far as I know, has 2 stomachs and chews its food twice, because like they chew their food and swallow it, goes to their stomach, and then they vomit it up in their mouth and then chew it again and swallow it again. Something like that. So I only eat basically raw beef. I do eat cooked chicken. I do eat cooked beef. I eat some bacon. I like bacon. Don't eat it much lately because I noticed that if I eat it, it kind of makes my heart beat a little too fast, which kind of freaked me out. I don't eat raw fish unless it's sushi. Hold on. Oh, 125. Fuck. Vince Gironda said fitness is 90% diet. Agree or disagree? No, I disagree. Fitness, here's fitness. Fitness is 100% diet and 100% training. It's not 50-50, it's not 80-20, it's 100-100. You can't have like the most amazing fitness regimen and then eat garbage. You can't have the most amazing diet and then fucking sit on your ass and do nothing. However, I think that there's a lot of misconceptions as to what a proper diet is. And that is, like, when that's left unclarified, like that little soundbite that you gave me right there where you said, Vince Gironda said it's 90% diet. Like, that is too general of a statement and too open to interpretation by a lot of people who might not have a sufficient grasp of what proper nutrition is, right? So like the whole polyunsaturated fatty acids thing, not gonna lie, like I'd heard that before, that you shouldn't eat them and they make you gain fat and blah, blah, blah. Never did any research on it at all. Didn't really understand the danger of it until I saw this video. And I'm not like a beginner to this shit at all, you know? I've forgotten more than most people will learn in their life. But I learned that, and it's a complete game changer for me, and it's never mentioned. So like, you have to include little caveats in there, really, which is basic. Honestly, if you want to keep it as simple as possible, just do the Weston A. Price like ancestral diet, which essentially is eat mostly animal products, non-pasteurized milk, if you're going to drink dairy, like dairy that has not been pasteurized, limit grains, eat fermented foods, no seed oil, no soy, no refined fucking sugar, no enriched flour. Do pull-ups. Ugh. Ugh. 130. What do you think about Greg Doucette saying only calories in versus calorie out matter? I think Greg Doucette is wrong. I think Greg Doucette is 100% wrong about this. For that exact reason. Like, I would be willing to bet you any amount of money that Greg Doucette knows nothing about polyunsaturated fatty acids and the effect that they have on your metabolism. I would be willing to bet money. Like, he's right 99.9% of the time. Guess what, bro? 0.01% of the time, this is where you're wrong. Like, it's not only about calories in, calories out. And you can reference that study that I mentioned earlier where they took the 3 groups of rats, controlled for calories. They fed them all the same amount of calories, but they changed the source of their fat, right? One was given tallow, One was given, I want to say olive oil, and the third one was given polyunsaturated fatty acids. The third group that was given the PUFAs, they gained a lot more weight. So, you know, they had poorer metabolic health than the other two groups. So like, you know, how do you explain that? You can look at the trend in obesity and macular degeneration or age-related macular degeneration, heart disease, incidence of stroke. Like if you look at the graph between like consumption of polyunsaturated fatty acids, it'll go like this a little bit, like a very mild incline. And then the jump in heart disease and all the fucking bad shit goes up like this, right? And then this starts to go up more, but this doesn't really change that much. So what does that mean? Is that like even a little bit of consumption of PUFAs is really fucking bad for you. Like even a little bit. There's not a huge difference between consuming a lot of it. I mean, obviously if you consume more, it's gonna be way worse, but you shouldn't be consuming any. Like even any is really bad. Like if you eat a little bit of poison, that's just still really fucking bad for you. You shouldn't eat it. And that's something that he doesn't know about. So, because if he did, he would mention that. And the dude, I mean, I love Greg Doucette, he's great, but his advice is fucking boomer advice, straight up. Like, it's good most of the time. And watch the first Greg Doucette videos that I ever made back, when was this? Like early 2019. He had like 30,000 subscribers, and I fucking spotted him from a mile away. I was like, this guy's really good. He gives really good advice, but it's like old school bodybuilding advice that you hear from like the old school bodybuilder in the gym, which is something that you don't really see a lot in the fitness community today. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh. Oh. 140, I think. Or was that 135? Does anybody remember? I want to say that's 140. Who asked me something here? Subway or Jimmy John's? Neither, either, ever. Subway, like what would you get from Subway? You know, what would you get? Really? For sure they use fucking PUFAs in their food. Their bread is made with enriched flour. Never. 140? Okay, so it is 140. Jimmy John's, never had that shit, but no, I'm good. Jersey Mike's, never had it. I don't eat out anymore. I haven't eaten out in a couple weeks at this point. Mainly because I fucking watched that shit about the PUFAs, man. I'm not about to fucking eat food that I don't know how it was prepared. That shit is really fucking bad for you. And like, you guys need to watch this video to really understand how bad it is. 'Cause that shit is not good. I'll get more water. Goodness. All right. Oh God. 145. Oh, I feel like shit. Don't you think there are steps to it? Like someone that has no idea on calories and eating right is better off only considering calories in versus calories out. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. But why, like you have more than two choices. You know what I mean? Like, okay, sure. If you take somebody who eats as much garbage as they want and doesn't care and doesn't count calories versus somebody that eats whatever garbage they want but just makes sure to track their calories and eat less than what they think they should eat. Okay, yeah, obviously the second one is better. But you understand you have a lot more choices than that, right? Like, you know, like in the time that it took for me to explain to you the two options, I could explain to you two additional options that are much better. that will give you a much better result and make you feel better and look better. So like, and do not require counting calories, by the way. Like, you don't have to fucking count calories. Push pull to failure each time. Your body will thank you in a couple days. That's great advice, except I'm going to pace myself because I'm doing 300 fucking pull-ups. So if I push myself to failure, then, you know, I'll be doing sets of 1 like pretty soon. Whereas it's been almost an hour and I'm on track to like do 150 pull-ups per hour. So I don't know. I want to make sure that I'm able to do 300 with as little fucking agony as possible. Oh, it's all good. Shaban Rahman. Rahman. Thank you, bro. I appreciate the insight. For sure, definitely. Like, if I was just doing like 20, yeah, okay, sure. But some marathon shit right here. Oh. Okay, halfway through, baby. That is 150 pull-ups in 56 minutes. Top 3 favorite seafood species. It's a good question. That is a good question. Top 3. If money was no object, I really like lobster. I fucking love lobster. This shit is so good. Yalowitz? Yeah, thank you. I like lobster with some melted butter. Shit is fucking bomb. I also like tuna, like ahi tuna. You know, where I guess it's raw, where it's like purple or some shit. Caviar is good too, but it's expensive. You know, to pay even to get the little jar, like $6 for this little tiny ass jar. Like, I don't know, but I know are you? Who said that? Matt Kubilos. Are you English also by chance? I know that's pretty popular over there. What did you say, Rez? Completely agree. When it comes to fitness people, you think it's this or that when there's always another better option. What are some top tips you would give yourself if you could go back in time to when you're starting out? It's a good question. So when I was starting out, there was no internet. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. I've actually been working out since before there was the internet. Wow. So there was no internet, there was no CrossFit, there were no kettlebells, like that shit didn't exist. So what advice would I give myself? Okay, I'll tell you. Don't eat fast food. Do not eat fast food. Shit is really bad for you, because I used to crush the fucking fast food. Like, I would go do a workout at the gym, and I had a Jack in the Box, like, it was the only fast food restaurant in my little town. So I'd go to the gym and then drive fucking across the street to Jack in the Box and get, you know, bacon ultimate cheeseburger or double cheeseburger, whatever the fuck that shit is, or the sourdough jack, and a bunch of fries and a Diet Coke, and eat that shit and just feel good because, like, oh, at least I had some protein. So I basically pretty much give myself the same advice that I give to everybody else now, which is don't eat polyunsaturated fatty acids, which really means don't eat fast food. Stick to animal products. Cook more. Buy a kettlebell. Learn how to use kettlebells. Do more sprints. Do more cardio. That's another huge one. I fucking hated cardio. You guys got to do cardio. That shit is so important for your overall level of fitness. Like, it'll make you look better. It'll make you feel better. It'll make your workouts better. Like, this 300 pull-up shit, I wouldn't be able to do this if I hadn't been hitting the cardio pretty hard for the past couple weeks. It helps, for sure. Oh, 155. How's Vegas? Fucking sucks. Do the liberal lefty anarchists do this the exact opposite as you diet-wise, and is that why they're so messed up mentally? So you have to draw a distinction between liberal lefty, what'd you call them, anarchists, and pro-establishment shills, right? The establishment is using progressives as proxies to like fight their war for them. They're basically saying, hey, you guys don't like Trump. Look how fucking racist and, you know, he's a demagogue. Here, go like be angry about him. And then they just report on that and make a big scene about it. But the real problem is not the progressives and the leftists. They're not the actual problem. The real problem is the establishment. And that's a distinction that everybody needs to make. And I think they will make more and more now that the media has kind of shown their true colors after the election. Because like, it's not your average fucking green-haired like fat chick with a fucking nose ring who's the problem. She's not the problem, you know? Let's be honest, she's a fucking joke, really. Nobody takes those people seriously. I almost said something really bad. Fuck it, I'll say it. Like, I'm all for trans rights and blah, 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 but like, let's be honest, nobody really takes trans people that seriously. Like, okay, you want to wear a dress and fucking use whatever bathroom you want, go ahead, you know, fine. But that's not really the issue. The issue is how the establishment is like changing, is delivering that message to weaken opponents of the establishment. That's the real like bigger picture issue that nobody's talking about. Oh. Oh. 160. Funny you would say you wish you did more cardio. I wish I'd done more strength, power, endurance stuff with strength training and martial arts. Yeah, I probably also would have done more boxing or Muay Thai or something, or kickboxing. I feel like that's like, well, since we're doing life advice, well, I guess that's fitness advice. Does the US government use GMO foods, drugs, and vaccines as a means for population reduction? No, I don't think so. I think they just do it. Like when it comes down to it, everything is about money and power. It always comes down to that. So whatever they're doing is for either money or power, or some combination of the two. So, government using GMO foods, like there is no government fucking crackers. You know what I mean? There is no, like, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like the government is not, you know, what food you buy it's a free market. You can buy whatever fucking food you want. You don't have to buy the government fucking, you know, cheese or whatever. But you can, you know, buy whatever you want. There's plenty of companies that provide food. Also, the United States is one of the only, if not the only, developed country with a positive birth rate. So and most of the other developed countries have a negative birth rate, which means more people are dying than are being born. So populations are shrinking, and it apparently is a problem. I think Israel and the United States are the only ones with positive birth rates. What is it? Russia bans GMO foods, America allows it. Well, because America's the land of the free, bro, and the nutrition science here is not, like, politicians don't, you know, they know fuck all about nutrition. They don't fucking know, they don't actually know anything about nutrition. So for them to step in and create legislation that says, oh, you can eat this, you can't eat that, it's not likely to happen in America, because food companies, you know, the food lobbies have so much power that they're not, like, if they're going to ban anything, they should ban these fucking fattening foods that are making people really fat, not the GMOs, the GMO whatever. That's not the issue, you know. That, like, let's say you ban GMO foods, you're still going to have a huge obesity problem in the United States, and that's what's leading to all the issues. And if you want to take it a step backwards, you want to go like a level deeper, the real issue is the polyunsaturated fatty acids. And those are not going away anytime soon because the soy, big soy or the soy lobby, they have a ton of power and a ton of money that goes into it. Next time you go to the store and you want to buy a snack, this happened to me 2 weeks ago. When I cut out all the PUFAs, I was like, okay, I want to get a fucking snack. I'm at the supermarket. What can I get? I spent 40 minutes in the fucking supermarket reading nutritional labels because I couldn't find anything that wasn't ridiculously overpriced that didn't either have soy or fucking sunflower oil or canola oil or safflower oil or palm oil. It's in literally everything, which I think, I would argue is, sorry, just fixing this, is the reason why people are so fucking fat these days. And don't worry about here's what it comes down to, I'm not saying you don't need to worry about GMO foods, but you don't. Just buy the healthy foods, They want obese people so more people die from COVID. I don't think that's actually the case at all. I mean, I don't think they're not like, yes, we'll make them obese so they die from COVID. I don't think it's that, it's not that cut and dry. I think what they do want, if you think about it, they want healthy people to die from COVID. They don't want obese people to die from COVID. Because if obese people die, you can just point at them and say like, oh, they're fucking obese anyway. Of course they're gonna die. Oh, actually. Oh. Oh. 170. What did this person say? What would you say to someone who says they can eat whatever they want and just run for like 30 minutes a day and be healthy? I would say they're fucking retarded. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And it's 100% not true. Because, well, okay, what you have to ask that person is what is this? Do you think people are dying from a contagious airborne virus called COVID-19? Anyway, we'll get to that question in a second. Let me answer Matt Kubilos. Yeah, so you have to ask them, what do they mean by healthy? Like, how do you define healthy? Is healthy having a six-pack? Is healthy being able to perform some sort of athletic test with, under certain, within certain parameters, like run a mile in 10 minutes or whatever? You have to ask them what that means. But overall, no, because running for 30 minutes a day is not enough. Your body is not going to adapt enough to such a light stimulus. What is running 30 minutes? That's fucking nothing. If you think about it, right? If we want to compare, compared to your average fat guy who doesn't work out, yeah, running 30 minutes is a big deal. But compared to a top athlete, running 30 minutes, that's like a fucking warm up, bro. That's like 25% of a warm up. It's nothing. So I would have you ask that person, what does healthy mean to you? I wouldn't say that's healthy. You can't eat whatever you want and still be healthy. Not for more than a few days at least. Maybe for a day or two you can get away with it, or a week even, or maybe even 2 weeks. But eventually you're putting all that garbage into your body, it's going to catch up with you. It's non-negotiable. What is this? Daniel C. Daniel C, is this a fake account? You're trying to entrap me or something? Do you think people are dying from a contagious airborne virus called COVID-19? I think every year that there is a new common cold or a new flu, I think people die as a result of complications from whatever they're infected with. But those complications build on whatever pre-existing health conditions they already had, and those people are genuinely already immunocompromised. So for example, you're obese, or you have diabetes, or you are fucking 90 years old, or you're vitamin D deficient, or you have, heart problems, you have all these issues, right? So what happens is that if you're already in a precarious state of health and you get infected with some new virus and your body's not able to cope with it and your immune system is fucked up, then yeah, you might have to go to the hospital. And fucking God help you if these hospitals get $20,000 for every person that dies from COVID, because that's a thing, at least in the United States. By the way, happens in Spain also. which is why Spain's fucking epidemic is so out of control. Because guess what? Let me ask you like this. Let's say you had a hospital, right? And the government says to you, hey, guess what? Every time somebody dies from a specific disease in your hospital, we're going to give you $20,000. So just let us know at the end of the month. Just write us a report. Let us know how many people died from that disease, and give us the names, so we can kind of check you, right? Dog, you're going to say no to an extra fucking $1 million a month because of ethics? Hospitals already don't make any fucking money. Oh, fuck me. 175. What's up, Kayla Lee? You came back, huh? 175, not 75. Chill out. Do you think TRT makes you more creative socially? No. What do you mean more creative socially? Like, what can you define that? Like, when you're in a social situation, you're more creative in terms of like making conversation with people? I don't understand what you mean. Yeah, 175. Boom. Sorry, I'm fucking narcissistic. What is your, who asked that? Sham Mirza. I feel the same way, but a lot of the people I know believe that shit, and it's insane to me. I mean, whatever they think, bro, let them think whatever they want to think. They're fucking retarded. OMAD diet, good or bad? Depends what you want to do. Depends what your goals are. I think OMAD is a great stepping stone for people who are trying to lose weight and want to get a handle on their food cravings, right? Like, if you have somebody, I think OMAD is a great way for beginners to begin to build discipline around the types of foods that they eat. So good, I guess, for most people, like most normal people, right? Not good for extremely active people, right? Like this, I forgot to eat breakfast today, but with these workouts that I'm doing right now, I would not do OMAD. I would not do OMAD, really. I would not. Like, I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to have some fucking oatmeal, I'm going to do my workout, I'm going to come back, I'm going to eat, a considerable amount of food, and then I'm going to eat throughout the day because of what I just put my body through. So I think OMAD is really good up to a certain point for most people. How can you be full after a baby bowl with oats? It's not about being full. Breakfast in the morning is not about having a big meal. It's about having enough fuel to ride out your initial workout, whatever you're doing. So I find oats to be very good for cardio. Oh, 180. Honestly, 30 days of Ramadan, meaning OMAD and dry fast, was the best way to lose weight for me. Yeah, for sure. Well, Ramadan's a little different, right? Ramadan just means you can't eat when the sun is up. So when I used to work in Australia, I worked in an Arab neighborhood, and a lot of the guys that I would talk to there, what they would do is they would wake up before the sun came up and they would eat in the morning and eat and drink and all that. And then, at night they would have their fucking Ramadan meal or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's a good way to lose weight, like I said, for normal people. But if you're extremely active, then it's not. But I would say for most people trying to lose weight and get in shape with no real athletic background, I think that's fine. Now you're eating raw meat and you realize you're not getting sick but thriving. Shouldn't you rethink this common theory on germs, bacteria, and viruses? Have you looked into germ theory and terrain theory? No. What exactly do you think I should rethink? I should rethink, when you say this common theory on germs, you mean the theory that most people have that like germs are bad and you should wash your hands and stuff, I already think that's fucking retarded. Bro, you're talking to the guy who like, sorry everyone, like I went weeks without showering, sometimes even sometimes months. I just wouldn't shower. I was like, I don't need to shower. Fuck that shit. If I get sick, I get sick. If I get pimples, I get pimples. Never got fucking sick, never got any pimples. So, you know. Yeah, well, obviously germs and bacteria and viruses are not the cause of illness. I think, obviously, I don't know if this is what you're getting to. I didn't always have the ocean, Kayla Lee. Sometimes I just had my fucking sweaty body. I think what really happens is that, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true. You always have germs and bacteria and shit like all over you all the time. And your body's immune system is just strong enough to fight them off. But when your immune system is weak, then, opportunistic bugs will like take over and fuck you up. So you just have to make sure that your immune system is strong during that entire period, which you can do by like proper fucking nutrition and getting some sun. I think I'm on 185, right? 185. Oh man, my neck is fucked. Oh, 190. I'm gonna fucking vomit. Biggest meal for breakfast. Whoops. Hold on. What is this? Biggest meal for breakfast or dinner or equal? So it depends, right? I think the amount of food that you eat should be scaled up or down depending on what you are going to be doing in the next few hours or what you have done in the previous few hours, right? So for example, like I said, when I wake up in the morning, what I'll do is I will have a small bowl of oats with 2 egg yolks, right? It's not a big meal by any stretch of the imagination, but what I want to do, I want to give some food to my body because I know that in the next 4 hours, I'm going to be running at least 4 miles. As my like level of fitness improves, it will be going up to 8 and 10 and 12 and beyond. But right now, like I can go out and I can get that 4-mile run done and I can come back and work out with weights and know that I still have enough energy to go to work and be good. Now, after I'll do that workout, what I do is I come back and I eat a big meal, right? Because of what I just put my body through, right? Now, the reason I do that instead of like waiting to go through the day and like not eat is because I also have a physical job where I need to be on point. And if I am deprived during that time, then I'm going to be fucked up, And I don't want that to happen. That's kind of like my biggest priority at the moment because there's nothing worse than going and doing this job when you don't have any fucking energy. Time doesn't go by, you don't want to be there, and you're just fucking miserable the whole time. So what I do after I eat my big meal is I'll go to work, and then throughout the day, instead of eating an additional big meal, what I'll do is when I start to get that deprived feeling and I'm like, I need to eat something, is I'll eat very small recovery meals, let's call them snacks, I guess, which is either beef jerky or cashews or pistachios or some beef if I brought some. Basically just like little snacks that I find acceptable to eat under like the guidelines that I have, which means no PUFAs, preferably some sort of animal product, or some sort of natural food like either nuts or grains with minimal amounts of phytic acid. So like the answer is that a lot of it depends on your schedule. If you're just like wake up and go to your fucking office job and then come home and that's your life, like maybe you work out here and there, I would say I prefer to do OMAD eating dinner just because I like to be fresh in the morning. I don't want that insulin spike to bring me down. I'd rather like go do everything I need to do for the day, come home, eat my food, you know, play some video games, watch some Dota, whatever, and pass out. 190. All right, bunch of you asked me questions. Let me look at this. Your Iranian friend that said if you don't shower, you don't get dirtier at some point. I don't know about all that. I definitely got pretty dirty. But I think the benefits of showering regularly, well, here's the caveat. Actually, I just remembered this. If you don't sweat, if you're not working yet, then you need to shower more often, which is kind of counterintuitive, right? But I think there's something very cleansing about sweat. I'm not really sure. It's not a theory that I fucking tested or anything. But in my experience, if I just don't shower and I'm like living a normal life and I'm not working out, I'm kind of fucking gross and disgusting. But if I work out and I sweat and I'm doing cardio or I'm doing yoga or something like that, and I don't shower, I feel much cleaner and I smell much better too, which is strange. So I'm not really sure what that's about, but that's been my experience. Dude, what do you think you drink in your red cup? Water? I don't know. What do you mean? This is ice water, you know? Ice water right here. Nothing exciting. Just ice water. I drank this earlier. So like this, I've taped my phone to one of the doors in my apartment because my tripod is broken. So this is my closet in here, in there, right? And I've got a little shelf here. And I just put my fucking energy drink is gone, by the way. Rank the presidents top to bottom, going back to Reagan. Honestly, man, I don't know about the presidents. I don't follow politics really at all. I just kind of noticed it this year because the media is just so fucking obviously biased and trying to manipulate people because of this coronavirus shit to get Trump out of office. But Clinton, Bush, fucking, I don't know, man. I like, you got to understand, for most of the past like 10-ish years, really since I moved to Israel, like I haven't lived in the United States. And when you don't live in the US, like you don't really give a fuck about what goes on in the US. Like I don't care about politics, I don't care about sports, I don't care about any of this shit. It's only now that I've been back here for a year, maybe a little over a year. You just get sucked in. But I'm over it, man. Living in America sucks, bro. Ah. 200, baby. Let me just, how much battery does my phone have? 50%. All right, we're good. We're good. Shit. God damn it, bro. Let's see here. Ever run a marathon? No, never run a marathon. Fan about water? That's funny. First video I watched from your channel was on BPC. I've gotten a grade 3 ankle sprain 4 weeks ago. Find it hard to inject around ankle region. Do you think injecting in calf would be beneficial? So, Abdullah Abe, if you're still watching this, oh shit, what'd I do? BPC 157 does not need to be injected locally. It's like systemic, meaning like you can inject it into the fat around your midsection and it'll like still help you heal, right? So BPC 157 is body protecting compound or something like that. Highly recommend that you guys that you start using it. I don't know what a grade 3 ankle sprain is, but basically if you have an injury, right? If you have an injury and you want to take something for it, I would recommend BPC 157. Seems like you're already like doing some research on that. And MK 677. That shit is legit. So that, like, you take those two things and you'll heal up way, way, way faster than, I don't know. I've never tried TB 500, which apparently is also very good, but start with those two and you'll be fine. And then if you are really having issues, or if you want to add something else to it, you can get C60 fullerene or carbon 60 fullerene dissolved in olive oil. Who asked me something here? How's it going with the, wait, hold on. I used to love saunas pre-workout. Oh man. Kayla, you got to get on TRT, so many benefits. Kayla's a chick. Kayla is a chick. Although, is it possible for girls to go on TRT? I'm not sure. Is that possible? I feel like I saw a More Plates, More Dates video with that guy where he talked about doing like microdosing of TRT. Let's see. If YP sells it, I will buy it. I just bought the Peterson book. Nice. Nice. Gotta watch Goggins, baby. Let's see here. How is it being a roommate with a girl? Is there any tension? No, there's no tension. Let me do this set and I'll tell you why. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, motherfucker. 205. So no tension with me and my roommate. There's no tension because, you know, this is not just like some random chick that I met. I work with this girl too. So like we see each other at work and then I go home and she's there. So despite that, there's no tension because, how do I explain this, right? Like the job that I do, this retail job is fairly stressful. So there's kind of an understanding between workers that like when you come home, your apartment is kind of like, you kind of pretty much expect to be left alone. And she likes her creature comforts, right? Like her room is, I wouldn't go in her room anyway, but like if you ever see her room for some reason, she's got a fucking 65-inch TV. She's got a mini fridge in her room. You know, she's got the balcony right there where she can go out and fucking smoke her cigarettes and like drink her beers and shit. And also, I'm not about to shit where I eat, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty good at like, I don't encourage any sort of sexual tension. Like there's no flirting between me and her. In the beginning, it was a little bit before we lived together, but not anymore now. Cause like, no, man, it's just a bad idea, you know? It's a bad idea to do that shit. At least currently, like this job is hard enough in this place, so I'm not trying to do it. You should train for Ironman or triathlon or something. Maybe. I haven't thought about it, to be honest with you. I kind of just want to push myself and do shit like this. Like I've never done 300 pull-ups ever, but I was like, fuck it, might as well try. Also never run 10 miles, but you know, fuck it. Like David Goggins, for those of you who don't know, David Goggins ran a 100-mile race with no training. Did not train for it at all. Didn't like work up to it. He wanted to raise money for some fucking fallen soldiers, and he went to the race. And the guy was like, "Okay, if you run 100 miles, I'll consider you for another race." And he just really wanted to do it, and he fucking ran 100. He ran 101 miles. So if that guy can run 101 miles with no training, yeah, he was a SEAL, fine. But I can run 10 miles and do 300 pull-ups. He did 4,000 pull-ups in 24 hours. You know what I mean? All right, anyway. How many is this now? Oh, God. Kayla, I think you asked me, what do I hate about this pull-up bar? This pull-up bar kind of sucks. I don't know if you guys can see, when I do the pull-ups, it like bends a little bit in the middle. you have to like, when I bought this, it's one of these things you have to put together by yourself. And the screws, like they give you screws, and like you're supposed to screw the screws into these holes, and some of the holes were not aligned. So I don't know if you can see it, but like in the middle, there's that one screw that's kind of sticking out at the top, because that screw didn't actually go all the way in. So I'm sure one of these days it's gonna fucking break in the middle. Rather live in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv? 100% Tel Aviv, bro. Jerusalem fucking sucks. Jerusalem is the most boring fucking city I've ever been in my life. Actually, that's not true, but Jerusalem is boring. Here, let me explain to you the difference. Do pull-ups off the door with a towel on top? Fuck that. Fuck that shit. That's in the next video. I'm only gonna do these ones for now. So here's the difference between people that move to Jerusalem versus people that move to Tel Aviv. People that move to Tel Aviv, they're like normal people, right? They want to live in a metropolitan city with beach culture and fucking nightlife and just like cool, young, fun people and stuff to do, right? Jerusalem is like, if you're like more religious and you're like, oh, I want to go to the holy city, I want to be close to fucking holy things, and like I'm super religious and I want to keep Shabbat and I want to eat kosher and I want to like live a Jewish life, like then you go to Jerusalem. You could easily, if let's say you're not even Jewish, you could easily move to Tel Aviv and have a fucking amazing time, and you wouldn't even, I mean, yeah, you would know it's a Jewish city, sure, because everything's in fucking Hebrew and like all that shit, but you can get by there without speaking a word of Hebrew. You know, plenty of companies there will hire foreigners. And before COVID, you had a fairly, like, at least people that I met, I met a ton of people that didn't even fucking speak any Hebrew and live there. I wouldn't want to do that. If I'm going to live in a country, I want to speak the language. But yeah, plenty of people do it. Whereas Jerusalem, like, you're not going to want to live in that fucking place if you don't have a religious reason for doing so. Or maybe you work for some security agency, or like you have a government job and you have to live there because that's where your office is. But if you have the choice, fuck Jerusalem, bro. Go fucking live in Tel Aviv. If I move back there, I kind of want to, like, maybe next summer. We'll see. We'll see how my like high ticket info product coaching sales shit goes. But the second I get like considerable remote income, I'm out of America, bro. America sucks, man. It's not fun here. It's not fun to live here. It sucks. Like, I can't find a single city where I'm like, oh boy, America, I really want to live there. It's just not fun. Oh. Is that 215 or is that 220? Anybody remember? I think it's 215. I might be wrong. Oh, God. I might actually vomit after this. Oh. Yeah, man, fuck Jerusalem. I don't know. Yeah, Vegas really sucks right now, too. I told myself I was going to do 300. Not doing 200. I am going to put more ice in my cup, though. What should I eat after this? Anybody have any recommendations? Yeah, no problem, Abdullah Abe. Utah Monolith? I don't even know what that is. Hey, Yala, what is Utah Monolith? Hey, Yala, any tips on what to post for cultivating your Instagram for someone who hasn't really started posting just for social life? That's a good question. With Instagram, what it comes down to is salmon with green beans. No. Strike one, Matt Kubilos. What else you got? With Instagram, what it comes down to really is just posting high quality artistic pictures. right? Like when the mistake that most people make when they post pictures to Instagram is that they'll post like, hey, here's me with my friends, you know, selfie, or fucking, here's this fucking breakfast that I made, or here's a quote that I like. What you have to do is you have to look at profiles that just have very artistic pictures. So what I would recommend, are you into social circle game? Is that why you asked me? Is that like you saw my video on that or something like that? I can give you some profiles that I recommend to look at, and you can kind of get a feel for the types of pictures that they post there. But basically what you want to think about is don't think so much about yourself in the picture. Think more about what's going on in the photo itself, right? So for example, I'm not going to take a picture of me in my fucking room, yo, what's up? I'm in my room, or like me on my pull-up bar working out, because it's fucking boring. This is boring. You know what I mean? Like white walls, my dirty ass room, a fucking broke ass pull-up bar from Walmart. That's not interesting to most people. But on the other hand, if I'm like at this really cool park and there's an amazing view in the background, and like, I've fasted for 2 days, so I'm like extra ripped, I might do a picture, like I might get somebody else to take a picture of me, with that really cool background, right? That's a much cooler picture. You just have to kind of think of 5 reasons why the picture is cool, like 5 actual tangible reasons. For example, you're fucking standing next to a Lamborghini, you're wearing cool clothes, there's something really cool in the background, you're with a fucking supermodel, whatever, some shit like that. Let's see, what was this? Tara Joseph, I saw you retracted that message. Would you say chicken wings? I'll fucking eat some chicken wings, I don't care. Is the CDC COVID program all about making maximum money on the vaccine? That's a good question. I do think it's a little suspicious that the vaccine is being co-developed by Fauci's fucking organization. I think that's a little suspicious, and I think Bill Gates has this fucking look on his face anytime he talks about COVID, where it's like, you're fucking up to something, motherfucker. Like, I don't trust your fucking bitch ass, And Fauci, fuck Fauci. The dude's fucking slime. Here's how you know if somebody's fucking slime. You watch them on TV and you turn off the volume. You mute the TV and you watch them. Once you watch them with no volume and you kind of take out the words that they're saying, you can get a feel for how authentic and how genuine they're being. And every time I watch this motherfucker Fauci, he looks literally like he's about to take off his human costume and assume his fucking rat form. Anyway, it's a bad example, but don't you think it's a little suspicious how his fucking company or his foundation is co-developing the vaccine? And he's the one who's saying, oh guys, it's really, really bad, but don't worry, pretty soon we're gonna have a vaccine for you. And yeah, I'm gonna profit from it, but like, let's not report that. It's bullshit. Is that 225 or 220? Does anybody know? I don't remember. I want to say 225, but I'm not sure. I think it's only 220. I got 80 more to go. And yeah, Kayla, I'll probably keep going. It was 250. It wasn't 250. Don't fuck with me. Lobster mac and cheese. Here's what you have to think, Matt Kubilios. If I'm going to cook some food, I can cook anything, but it has to be done with no refined sugar, no pasteurized milk, no soy, no polyunsaturated fatty acids or seed oils, and no phytic acid, no anti-nutrients. So like lobster mac and cheese, for example, the macaroni has to be from some sort of grain or some sort of substance that doesn't have any phytic acid, and the cheese has to be from non-pasteurized milk. So I guess I could find some like Roquefort cheese. Ooh, that'd actually be pretty good. Macaroni and cheese with Roquefort. Wow, that's actually, oh no. That's not a bad idea. I wonder if Trader Joe's has some. We'll say 220. So it's 12:04 for you now. It's 9 p.m. in Holland. You will go on till 12:30. Is that right? I don't know. I'm at 220 right now. I have 80 more to do. So If it's 100 minutes, I've done 220. That is 2.2 per minute average. So if I have 80 more to go, that means I will do 70-ish, 70 more. So what is 2.2 divided by 70? Or times 70? 70 more minutes? That can't be right. Is that right? I don't want to do 70 more minutes of this shit. Yeah. Is that right? 2.2 per minute? No, 40 minutes. Yeah, I'll probably still go in at 12:30 if you want to go and come back. Reptilian form. Ever drink kombucha? Yeah, I used to drink that shit all the time. I don't drink it anymore because not that I can't afford it, but it's like I would drink it when I lived in New York and I was just bored. And I'd like walk around like, well, I'm kind of bored. I guess maybe I'll go get a kombucha to like liven up my day a little bit. I was also doing hardcore OMAD back then. And if you're on OMAD, you want, or I at least want to taste something. And, you know, probiotics are good for you and shit. But now what I do instead, in order to get my probiotics fix, is I'll drink a lot of apple cider vinegar, depending on how my stomach feels. So when I wake up in the morning, I will have a shot. I'll always have one shot of apple cider vinegar. Helps to just kind of stimulate the bowels a little bit. And then throughout the day, or at home when I get off work, if I feel like my stomach needs a little bit of help, because I do drink a fair amount of coffee, and occasionally I will get kind of like stomach issues, I assume, from something that I ate, really. Like, I think, I'm not sure if it's candida or something, but I don't know. I'll have like, if I have anything, if my stomach doesn't feel 100% perfect, then I'll have some additional apple cider vinegar. And I'll eat a lot of sauerkraut also, because you buy a can of sauerkraut for $1, and I like the taste. So I've just been eating a lot of that. Did give me kind of pretty bad like bloating and gas for the first couple days, but that seems to have gone away. Oh my God. 225, right? Or is that 230? I feel like 225, no? 225, let's say. I was wondering, do you know Hebrew? You lived in Israel and UK. I didn't live in UK, but I did live in Israel. I lived in Australia and New Zealand and Germany and Asia. And I do speak Hebrew. Yes, I do. I'm fluent. 100% fluent, baby. I mean, I don't know all the words, but I do know a lot of them. What were you known for while in the army? That's a good question. What was I known for? You know, if I answer that question, it might be a little bit of a biased answer. I can tell you what I tried to... I can tell you about how I tried to portray myself while I was in the army. So my whole thing is that I didn't, you know, when I was in the army, I had, you know, when I moved to Israel, before I joined the military, there was only 6 months, and I didn't speak a word of Hebrew before joining. So by the time I joined, my Hebrew still really wasn't that good. It got better over the 2 years that I was in, but it wasn't good enough to do anything, to do anything that required very fast decisions at a high level, right? So, thank you. Thank you, Zabe Ashik. I appreciate that. So when I was in the army, because my Hebrew was not that good, I told myself, okay, my Hebrew's not great. I can't do any of the like real high level tactical shit. And I kind of avoided any sort of leadership roles back then. I think now that I think back on it, for sure 100% was a mistake. But I was just a little insecure. I think I would have made a fucking great commander and officer, but you know, whatever. Does that even matter? Like, I didn't do it, so who cares? But I didn't even try. I had the option to go to commander's course, but I didn't want to because I was just afraid that my Hebrew wouldn't be that good. But so basically my thing is that I just tried to try really hard. I was like, my Hebrew's not that good. I'm going to make up for it by volunteering for everything and fucking just trying to outwork everybody, right? Like I'll sleep less, I'll fucking, you know, volunteer. Because a lot of the times in the military, what they'll do, well, at least in training, is they'll say, okay, we need some volunteers. And they won't tell you what it's for, you know? So you're like, you know, what is it? And they're like, we're not going to tell you. Just, do you want to volunteer? Yes or no? Because they're looking for people who are going to volunteer. They're looking for people who have what they call in Hebrew, it's called, the translation is big head. They want to find people that have a big head, which just means that you are trying to take on more responsibility in whatever area you are operating in, as opposed to small head, which is like, oh, not my job, I'm not doing it. Oh, 2:30. So I took this to the extreme when I was in advanced training, right? Like in the military, you have around 4 months, 3.5, 4 months of basic, and then you have 3.5, 4 months of advanced training. So when I was in advanced training, I really pushed it, right? And at the end of advanced training, what you're supposed to do, you have it's like your final march, right? So in the Army, what they train you to do, in infantry at least, is like every week you have a march. And they load you up with shit, and the first march is like 3 kilometers, the next one is fucking 6, the next one is 9, the next one is 15 and 22. And anyway, we worked all the way up to one that was, I think, 53 kilometers, right? So this is the final march before they give you your little colored beret and you're like actually an official soldier and you're done with training. So for the final march, I think it's either 12 hours. I think it takes 12 hours, right? So you start at night and you go and you finish at like, I don't know, 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So we're in the last like hour or two, and I just lost it. I don't know. I just fucking lost it. I was like, I just got like, maybe I was delirious or something, but I just got this like crazy energy, and everybody else is dead. And I'm just like, I'm running to the back of the line and I'm like pushing people to go forward. And so we have this thing, it's called a jerry can, right? Which is like has all this water. It's pretty fucking heavy. I was taking 2, like I had one on my back. I was like, give me that other one. Cause I could tell he was suffering. I was like, give me that jerry can, go to the front. And I was just doing shit like that the whole time. And I'm like running back and forth, running on fumes, you know, but actually sprinting back and forth, trying to get us a better time for no reason. There was no like, it wasn't a competition or anything, but I just took it to the extreme. And then what you do after you do your big march is you have like, kind of like the Olympics, but only in your battalion, right? So, or brigade. So in our brigade, there were 3 battalions. There was 890 that I was in. There was 101. They're like the hardcore, like they think they're Marines. And then you have 202, and they're kind of fucking losers. So there was big competition between the 101 and the 890. And we would do all these like physical tests, like who can run, you know, it's like a relay race, like obstacle course, shit like that. And there was one that was a tug of war. And I remember this, and I'm still fucking high from not sleeping and fucking running around and shit. And the tug of war, these dudes were fucking gigantic, like these fucking huge, like white dudes. They look like fucking monsters. And of course they pick like the 8 biggest guys to do the tug of war. And we're all kind of like looking, and you know, we picked our like 8 or 9 biggest guys also. And we're all kind of looking at these guys. We're like, damn, man, we're about to get fucking embarrassed by these gorillas. Because they did a lot more physical conditioning than we did. So again, I don't know what came over me, but I had this idea in my head. I was like, all right, I'm going to fucking just try and hype everybody up. I was like, all right. And I just started like, you know, just like got this look on my face. I'm like pushing people. I'm like, come on, let's go. Like it was back in like, I don't know, we used to do that in football too. Anyway, and we ended up winning. We beat these fucking giant people in tug of war. So anyway, the point is that after that, my commander, like they give awards at the end of training, and they gave me, it's called Mofet Plugatit, which means like exemplary soldier or something like that. Really, like the translation is like soldier that tries really hard. Anyway, that's what I was known for. But then I got depressed because I realized the Army's fucking shit. All right, Zabe Ashik, I'm going to answer your questions right now. Hope life is treating you well. You deserve a lot more traction given all the high quality stuff you have been putting out for years. For what is years, keep up the good work, man. Hope that eye gets better. Oops, thank you. Appreciate that. What would you recommend to drop weight and drop cholesterol? I usually do the binge and restrict and gone up and down in weight from 95 to 78. Now back to 98, trying to eat high fiber and low cal. No, it's terrible, stupid. You been watching Greg Doucette videos or what? No, it's a fucking awful idea. I'm gonna tell you what to do in a second. All right, so Zabe Ashik, if you're still watching this, here's what you do. Number one, I'll give you the easy version. Number one, eat once a day. Number two, eat mostly meat and eggs. Number three, go to the gym and work out. This is number four. Do not eat any polyunsaturated fatty acids in the form of seed oils. No canola oil, no sunflower oil, no safflower oil, no palm oil, no soybean oil, no soy, no refined sugar, no enriched flour. Stay away from those. Do not eat those under any circumstances. Do that and you'll be golden. All right, that's the rule. So just do that. That's a good start, and then you'll lose a lot of weight. Let's see, what did you say here? I have shit discipline and never have had it drilled home from a young age. I work hard, but will try and find any shortcut I can. I admire people like you and clearly have mind over matter. Thank you, I appreciate that. But it's not really, I don't want to call it discipline. Like, I'm doing this not because I'm like, discipline implies that you don't really want to do it. You know, I want to do this. I'm excited to do 300 pull-ups, right? I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like, let's see if I can actually do it. It's fun for me, you know, because I have, it just seems fun because I see the benefit from it. And the benefit is not even really physical. Like, I'm not even thinking about that. The benefit for me is that I get to push myself and make myself mentally stronger by doing something that I've never done before. That's really the benefit. Same thing with running 10 miles. I will tell you that with proper food and proper supplementation, it's much easier to have the desire to do things like this, but not necessary. Really not necessary. What did you ask me here about globalists? Are globalists trying to create a civil war by pushing the false narrative that Biden won legitimately and paint Trump as the criminal if he wins? No, I don't think so. I think, like I said, man, it's all about money and power. That's all. That's the only thing that it's about. They're not trying to make a civil war. Because you know what would happen in a civil war? The fucking conservatives would fucking crush hard. They do not want a civil war. You do not want a military takeover of the United States because they will fucking clean house. What do you think they're going to do to CNN and all these fucking liberal news stations? Like all these establishment-owned news stations. What do you think they're going to do to the fucking Pentagon? You know? And that's if a civil war is handled the way that it should be handled, which is conservatives against the establishment, not conservatives against progressives. That is not the battle that needs to be fought. It's the establishment that's fucking everything up. It's the establishment that is like deciding what news stories to propagate and syndicate on the fucking media. It's not liberals. The shit isn't, they're not fucking liberals and progressives. They're just using them as tools to fight against people who do not have power as their primary motivation, which are conservatives, you could say. That's my theory, at least. So, yeah, I don't think they're trying to push a civil war. Are you still doing kettlebell training? What's a good beginner routine? I'll tell you in a sec. Oh. 240. So a good kettlebell routine, what I would recommend, and I have this, I have a lot of exercise demonstrations in my course that's coming out soon, but kettlebell training, what I would recommend comes down to, like, if you want to make it as simple as possible, if you're a beginner, there's two main types of workouts that I think that you should do with kettlebells, okay? The first one is where you take a reasonably light kettlebell, 20 pounds, let's say, maybe even less, right? I always use kilograms, so I would say between 8 to 12 kilos. 8 would be on the light side, all right? So take a light kettlebell and you do one-handed kettlebell exercises with high reps, right? So for example, let's say you take an 8 kilo kettlebell. I said 8 to 12 kilos, right? That's what I meant. Take an 8 kilo kettlebell, and what you're gonna do is you're going to do swings, cleans, high pull, thruster, and snatch. And you're gonna do 20 each arm. So 20 swings, right, left, 20 cleans, right, left, 20 high pulls, right, left, blah, blah, blah. And then and that's one set. That's one set. So for one set, you've done 200 reps total. Okay, now you're gonna do 3 of those sets. So you're going to do 600 reps total. That is amazing, first of all. It's a combination of cardio and anaerobic workouts as well. So like you build muscle and lose fat at the same time, because it's like lightweight weight training, which, like I said, builds muscle and burns fat. Even though people say, oh, you can't do that, like actually you can, so shut the fuck up. That's one way to do it, okay? The second way to do it, and I think you should do both ways, right? Even both ways in the same exercise session. So you're gonna need 2 kettlebells, because the second method of training is going to be what I call freestyle workouts, which is really all you're gonna do is you're going to pick a heavier kettlebell, and you are going to do exercises with that kettlebell until you're just like over it and you don't wanna fucking do anymore. You're going to do the same exercises, maybe with a little bit of variations, but that's essentially what you're going to do for 30 to 40 minutes. And that's done with a heavy kettlebell. So like I said, I have more information in my courses coming out soon, but that's essentially what you're going to do. So like I said, 2 styles of training. Number 1, a light kettlebell, high reps of the same 5 to 6 exercises, repeated 3 times. The second way is freestyle workouts, which is continuous reps, lower reps per set, and heavier kettlebell with some modifications. I'll be right back. Oh, 245. What did you ask me, Aaron? Do you eat lamb at all? Any advantages of it over beef? Do you avoid pork? How about ham? I don't eat lamb because like I don't know where to buy it. And I feel like it would be more expensive than beef. So I don't know. Thank you, Zabe, for sure. I'll let you know 100%. I don't eat lamb because like I said, I don't know where to buy lamb. Like where the fuck would I even buy that shit? Do they sell it at the supermarket? I don't know. I just eat beef and pork and chicken and shit and fish, obviously. So I don't know. So I don't eat lamb, really. What else did you ask me? Any advantages of lamb over beef? I'm not sure. I don't think a sheep, because a lamb is a baby sheep, right? Is a sheep a ruminant? I'm not sure. The real advantage is eating ruminants, which are cows. I don't know, anything else that like has 2 stomachs and fucking swallows its food twice and all that shit I talked about earlier. So yeah, I'm not sure. As far as avoiding pork, I don't avoid pork. I love bacon, you know? Yeah, pork is non-kosher, but I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm not going to avoid something because it's not kosher. Because like, I'm going to tell you the truth, you know? Jewish people, religious Jewish people, traditionally religious Jewish people, they know fuck all about health. They don't know shit. They're all fat. They're all fucking out of shape. They look like shit. Like, I'm not going to take this motherfucker's advice about what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat because the Bible says. The Bible didn't have fucking sunflower oil and canola oil and fucking enriched flour. It didn't have that shit. There's nothing in the Talmud about that. So, you know, maybe I'll take your advice on business or on being a good person, but I'm not about to listen to you about, you know, whether or not I should eat pork. That said, I don't eat a lot of pork. I never buy pork. If I'm like out, I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm having pork tonight. I don't. I'd rather have beef. I just feel better when I eat it. I did eat some raw pork when I was in Japan. I ate raw pork every night for 2 months. Felt pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie, I like that shit. I felt really good, like amazing, from raw pork. So strange muscle meat. Go figure, you know? I was a little scared, not gonna lie. The first couple times I ate it, I was like, oh man, am I about to fucking get some crazy parasite and die? Didn't die, still here. Oh. 250. What else did you ask me here? Isn't pork non-kosher? Yeah, no. How's the Western diet treating you? This shit is amazing, bro. Amazing. Love the Weston A. Price diet. It's so liberating to finally know what the cause of poor metabolic health is. And that it is, again, polyunsaturated fatty acids. Don't eat fucking seed oils. No canola, no fucking sunflower, no safflower. Read the fucking ingredients on the shit that you buy at the supermarket, and if it has one of those ingredients, do not buy it. Non-negotiable. What's my favorite takeaway? I don't eat takeaway, bro. I don't eat that shit. I mean, haven't eaten it lately because I'm committed to avoiding fucking PUFAs. Yeah, you know. What did I used to like to eat? I like fast food, bro. I like fast food. I love In-N-Out. Fucking love In-N-Out. Cane's also. They have a lot of this place called Cane's in Vegas, which is like chicken fingers, but I know that shit is made with fucking low quality oil, 100%. They're not using fucking good quality oil back there. Five Guys is pretty good. Definitely eating my fair share of Subway. You know, but I just don't eat takeaway, you know? For like, a lot of people will say, right, a lot of like trainers or whatever, they're like, oh, you can make fitness fit into your lifestyle. Well, actually, no, you can't. You really can't. You can't make fitness fit into your lifestyle. Like, I'm not supposed to say that because who's going to fucking hire that guy, right? But you have to rearrange your lifestyle so that everything fits around fitness, right? You have to allow yourself enough time to exercise in the morning. I don't care if you have fucking kids. I don't care if you have a fucking job. I don't care if you take care of your fucking grandma. Doesn't matter, man. Get up earlier. Fucking pay $10 a month. You can't afford it? Go fucking make some more money. Start singing songs on the street or something. You know, you got to get it done. This shit is non-negotiable. And the same thing with nutrition, right? Oh, I don't have time. I have to buy fucking Lunchables for my kids. Like, absolutely not. If I ever have kids, I'm fucking vetting my wife ahead of time. I'm like, you know about PUFAs, right? You know they're not allowed to have any canola oil, correct? You understand that? No enriched flour Lunchables. Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. You can't. You just can't. You know, if you want to be healthy, right? You want to live as long as possible, and you want to have a high quality life. You don't want fucked up teeth. You don't want fucked up vision. You just can't do it. Who asked me about my favorite nut? Was that? Oh, Aaron. What's my favorite nut? Let's see. I really like peanuts. I know that's not a nut, but the problem is that anytime I eat peanuts, I get fat. Like peanut butter, like if I eat peanut butter, I know I'm fatter the next day, 100%. Like that was my go-to snack when I would get high. I would buy some wheat thins. I would, you know how it is. Like I'm standing in the kitchen. I got the box of wheat thins right here. I got the jar of peanut butter right here. And I'm literally standing there, pulling one wheat thin out at a time, smearing that shit with peanut butter and eating it until I get thirsty. And then I'm opening the fridge, drinking Diet Coke. And then I'm not thirsty anymore, but now like I've reset my appetite. So I'm like, oh, well, I'll just get some more fucking wheat thins and peanut butter. And then before you know it, half the box is gone. I've eaten more peanut butter than anybody should eat in a single sitting. And I'm just like, man, this is, I don't know. It's not a good trend. 250. Yeah, man, fuck that shit. For real, 4,000 calories later. Shit is no joke, man. I like almonds too. For a few years, I've ate for enjoyment / taste and not fuel. I got away with it as trained hard at gym. Now becoming a dad bod, and so your direct and straight approach is exactly what I need. Yeah, bro, for sure, man. You can't eat that shit. Like, you just can't. There's no way to sugarcoat it, man. That's why, like, you know, like I said, I really like Greg Doucette, but bro, you're giving people bad advice, telling them they can eat whatever they want as long as they stay under their calories. Like, and he's not a dumb guy either, you know? And I used to think, I was like, oh, it's because he's selling his cookbook, but like, he's a resourceful guy, man. He can learn like a little bit of something and be like, oh, well, actually, I was wrong about this. You shouldn't eat X, Y, and Z foods. Here's my new updated cookbook with the proper recipes. You know, he's not, he doesn't seem like the type of guy who would not admit that he was wrong about something. So, you know, somebody send him a fucking link to polyunsaturated fatty acids and their effect on weight gain. Have you ever got out of shape, and how did you steer yourself back into shape? Bro, I get out of shape every 6 months. You kidding me? So like my lifestyle, what I've been doing for the past fucking 10 years, really on and off, is I'll go work somewhere for 6 months. And normally I used to treat my body much worse than what I treat it now. I didn't take any fucking supplements. I ate garbage. I didn't work out. I would go 6 months at a time without working out. I would save a bunch of money because I would make a lot of money when I was working. And then I would take 3, 4, 5 months off. And then once I ran out of money, I would go back and I would do it again. So I have gotten out of shape and gotten back into shape, I don't know, 15 times, 10 times. Like I don't even count anymore. I guess I could go back and figure it out. But I'm like a pro at that shit, dude. Like, what did you ask me? How did I motivate myself? How did you steer yourself back into shape? Listen, man, getting in shape and staying in shape or getting back into shape, like the path is always the same. The path is always the same. You fucking eat the right foods, you train hard in the gym, and you avoid garbage. That's it. It's like, oh, I have diabetes. Like, what do I do to fucking, you know, I'm 70 pounds overweight. What do I do to get back in shape? You eat healthy foods, you work out in the gym, and you don't eat garbage, right? Go down it like a checklist, bro. Like, it sounds like you're working out in the gym or no, I don't know. What is you training in the gym? Train hard at the gym. Anyway, are you training at the gym? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, are you training really hard at the gym? No. All right, so train harder, motherfucker. You know, are you eating healthy foods? Yes. All right, well, what does that mean? What is healthy foods to you? Is it 80% meat and eggs? Well, actually, okay, so motherfucker, eat 80 to 90% meat and eggs. That's it. It's that simple. What was the other thing? Are you eating garbage? Well, my kids, you know, I have to have it in the... Nobody cares about your fucking excuses, bro. I'm not talking to you directly. I'm just saying, like, in general, that's the attitude that you need to have towards somebody who is talking about, like, oh, I want to lose weight. How do I do it? The answer doesn't change. It doesn't change. I don't care who you ask. It's the same for everyone. Like, you work out, you eat healthy food, you avoid garbage. Done. Easy money, baby. I'm out of water. What did you ask me, Aaron? Is swimming better than biking and running? Is the pool chlorine an issue at all? That's a good question. Let me fill up my water. Well, 265 or 270. Does anybody remember? Let's say 270. Like now it's 270. Swimming better than biking and running. So I'm a fan of CrossFit. I believe you should do all three if possible. You should do all three for sure if you have access to a pool and a bike. So running for sure. Running, like, You can't beat running. That shit is so easy, you know? This morning, I went out, I ran, oh, is it 265 now? Fucking Abdullah keeping me honest, bro. Even after that last set, still 265? All right, fine. Extra 5 reps for Jesus. Woke up this morning, I was like, I'm going for a run. Boom, went out, ran, took me like, I don't know, 2 hours to run 10 miles and came back. Didn't have to spend any money. I don't need a fucking gym membership. I didn't even run with music, like literally just me outside, boom, boom, boom. Just made the commitment that I'm going to run a certain distance and just went and ran that distance and came back. The complication with biking, I don't know if you're talking about biking at the gym, like exercise bike or some shit, but biking is not as challenging as running because you're fucking sitting down and it's just not, you're not like moving your entire body like you are with running. As you're not moving your entire body as much. The one caveat would be spinning classes. Like that shit is really good for fucking dropping weight. That shit is no joke for sure. Like if you have spinning classes at your gym, go do those. You'll drop a ton of weight really quick. Oh. Now 270. Zabe, or no, who said that? Abdullah Abe? Fucking Abdullah. And swimming, I'll answer your question in a second. Swimming is really good also. Easy on your joints, but you don't, it only works, it just works your muscles differently, I guess. I'm assuming you're talking about freestyle or crawl stroke, right? I definitely used to swim a lot back when I didn't have a gym membership and I had an apartment pool or condo pool. I would just go and bang out like 50 laps or something. Not that much. It took me like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes-ish. And that was a great workout. I felt really good. Also helps train you to breathe when you're swimming. So that's definitely something that like cannot be understated. I think learning how to take deep breaths when you are exercising and control your oxygen flow, I guess, if that's what it's called. I think that's very valuable. So you should do all three, but running is technically enough. Where's been your favorite place you stayed / worked out, and how the fuck did you get so strong? Favorite place, I guess what you mean like my favorite cities in the world that I liked. I really like Sydney, Australia, and really like Tel Aviv. Those two are pretty much my favorites. Those are my top two, pretty much. Haven't really found anything that I like better than those two. Oh, the worst? Oh, you're from Sydney? Whereabouts in Sydney, Abdullah? Let me guess, Parramatta. You're from Parramatta? Bankstown? Where are you from? What's up, Garfium? Yeah, Sydney's amazing. Fucking love Sydney, man. It's such an amazing city. It's just like, Bankstown? Get the fuck out of here. Have you seen my video on Bankstown Central? Do you know me from Bankstown Central? You know, I used to work at Bankstown Central, right? Bankstown Central's the fucking, that's my jam right there. I miss that place, man. I just talked to the owner of Bankstown Central the other day. She's a nice lady. That's crazy. Oh, dude, look up Bankstown Central. Look that video up, man. I used to have a hair straightener kiosk in Bankstown Central. That was a good year. Stressful year, but very good. I fucking love that, bro. What are you, Lebanese? What is it? Abdullah, what was it? Abdullah Abe? What are you? Lebanese, fucking Syrian or some shit? Lebs. Love my Lebanese out there. Have you ever considered living in Johannesburg, South Africa? Yes, I have. Actually, from what I understood, it was too dangerous. But I would definitely consider that. I love South Africa, or I like South African people, and South Africa seems like a cool place. I'm just worried I get my fucking head chopped off by some crazy people. Oh. 280. The worst, I'll tell you the worst right now. Lebanese, man. I love Lebanese people, bro. Lebanese, you guys are my favorite Arabs. I like Egyptians too, but Lebanese are the best for sure. For sure. 135 minutes. Oops. Oh well. I guess I'll say how I got so strong. I'm really not that strong, bro. I'm really like this workout that you see me doing. This is not that hard, right? I have a lot of rest in between sets. It's really just the commitment, the mental commitment to making myself do it and stick to it for as long as it takes, right? Coming up on 2.5 hours right now after running for 10 miles, right? It's really just the mental strength, or not really mental strength. It's like the mental commitment to keep going when you want to quit, right? Like when I ran 10 miles today, I wanted to quit on like mile 3. I was like, and your mind starts going, you're like, well, you got this to do today, you got that to do today. You're already pretty lean, you're already pretty fit. Like you don't need to do 3, 4, or 5. You don't need to go to 10 miles, right? Just quit earlier. And you just like, you overcome each one. You're like, no, I said I was going to do it. And the real thing for me was just committing to fucking going for what I said I was going to go for. And this is not really that hard. If you can do 5 pull-ups unassisted, you can do what I'm doing right now. You just have to rest for a few minutes in between sets. Am I in Florida yet? No, I'm not. Should Israel force Jews to leave the settlements in Gaza and West Bank and give the settlements back to Palestinians? That's a loaded question right there. Let me look at this really quick. Should Israel force Jews to leave the settlements in Gaza and the West Bank and give the settlements back to Palestinians? So here's the issue with Israelis in settlements. Basically, the idea is that if we knew that doing that would guarantee peace and that Palestinians would like, what's the main issue is that Hamas does not recognize Israel's right to exist. That's the core issue, right? So like until any concessions are made, we want to at least hear from Hamas, okay, like they have a right to exist and blah, blah, blah. But they're not going to soften their stance on that because then they would lose popularity with the people. So it's not likely to happen. But like, let's go to pretend land for a second. If we knew without a shadow of a doubt that like Hamas would be like, okay, all you have to do is, just give us this, and this, and then we'll be at peace, and we 100% guarantee it, and you can trust us. And let's say we actually knew that we could trust them. Yeah, they would do it for sure. Like I talk to a lot of Israelis, and they say the exact same thing, even religious ones. They're like, yeah, if we knew that would be the case, then we'd be down for sure. But the problem is that like they don't trust Hamas. They just don't. Like that was supposed to happen after Israel pulled out of Gaza, and clearly didn't happen. So they've kind of been burned, and pulling the Israelis out of the settlements was a very emotional issue back then. So they're not likely to do it again. And a lot of Israelis who I've talked to now said that they would fight the military if they actually went in and tried to do that. They would not let it happen again. You know what I'm saying, bro? $285. Somebody. All right, let's talk about the worst place I ever lived. Worst places I ever lived. Number 1, Berlin. Fuck Berlin. Place is a shithole. Never go back there in a million years. It's cold. The sun doesn't shine. People are fucking assholes. No attractive girls. I've never seen so many girls that I thought were guys until I moved to Berlin. It's just gross. They're shitheads over there. Germans, when they leave Germany, are amazing. They're the nicest people in the world. Germans in Germany are fucking assholes. Never lived in Chicago, but I lived in Cleveland, which I don't know if that's anything. It's probably nothing like Chicago. Cleveland is another shithole that I'll never go back to. Fuck Cleveland. What a dump. It's just a shitty place. What else is a really bad place? Harrisburg is kind of a dump also. Very cheap though. Great shopping in Harrisburg. Amazing shopping. Really good deals on shit at malls. Also really good shopping in Houston, by the way, in case anybody wants to go on a shopping trip. What else was really bad? I didn't like Melbourne. I wouldn't say it was one of the worst, but I think it was really fucking overrated. All these people say Melbourne's the best city in the world. Melbourne fucking blows. There's like nothing there. It's like, I don't know, maybe I didn't see the right parts, but like I went to St. Kilda. I went to, the downtown over there, the downtown over there is like fucking 6 blocks. It's like their downtown. I was like, all right, this fucking sucks. Auckland was okay. New Zealand. I mean, it didn't blow me away. It wasn't bad. So here's, Melbourne is way overrated. Here's the thing about like places I've ranked the top 3 cities in Florida that you'd consider. So I have a friend in Miami right now, and he sends me every day, he sends me a video of him out at a lounge, I guess. So many people partying. People are just partying and hanging out and having a good time. Not a single fucking mask to be seen on any of these people. And that's in Miami. So looks like we might be going to Miami. Gainesville? Never even heard of Gainesville. What's in is that the tourist town, Gainesville? Is that like where all the tourists go to fucking for the summer or some shit? I feel like I've heard of it. Oh, God. 290. I might actually vomit. College town, home of the Florida Gators. I mean, it's a college town, so like, ever been to Houston? I used to live in Houston, bro. I lived in Houston twice for 6 months each time. I loved it. Great place over there. Great shopping. Really friendly people. I like the Texas attitude of people from Texas. They're just not scared. They're just like very open, right? Like people from Texas, they remind me of adults that grew up with a non-traumatic childhood. That sounds weird, but like they're just not fearless, but they're just open to communication or something. Ever been to Dallas? No, never been. I thought about moving there to Dallas after this is over, like January. Cause I don't think I'm gonna stay in Vegas though, cause it sucks here. It's fucking dead, and it's not normal Vegas right now. It's like empty. What, the college girls are the hottest? Yeah, for sure, bro. Faux show. Never been to Dallas, but I was looking at moving there. I was looking at Dallas, Austin, and Miami, and now it looks like it's gonna be Miami because my friend is there and he's fucking reporting back really good things. But I will have this apartment in Vegas until February. So I'll probably do my first couple shows out of Vegas, and then we'll see, like, if Biden takes over, we'll see how badly he tries to fuck up the United States for some reason. Oh. 295, bitch. 5 more. Oh. Oh, I think I might have a heart attack. Oh, man. 143 minutes. That's a lot of minutes right there. That is a lot of minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I want to move to a city that has, like, I just hate this lockdown shit. Philadelphia? I don't think so. Been to the airport, but Philadelphia's a dump from what I understand. It's like just a shithole, Like any city, like you have to look at the state. Like, is the state run by a Democratic governor? Then right now it's probably a fucking dump. It's probably a disaster zone. And then you have to look at the city. Like, is the city in that state, how much of the population is run by Democrats. You know, and if that's a big number, and there's nothing to kind of outweigh, like if you look at Santa Monica, for example, Santa Monica is a very liberal city, but you have a lot of really cool shit in Santa Monica. So like, yeah, there's riots and shit there now, and they trash the fucking promenade, but you still have a lot of really cool shit in Santa Monica, you know? I've had three bangs. I thought you meant you fucked 3 girls. I was like, damn, bro, balling out, huh? 3 bangs within a couple hours apart, and I didn't die of a heart attack. No. Bro, I used to drink fucking 2 to 3 energy drinks a day. So it's not that. It's just some tightness in the chest. I think it's tension from like tight tendons that are fucking opening this. Or I don't know, maybe I should get an EKG. Last 5 pull-ups, baby. Here we go. Oh. Good job. Good job, everybody. You made it through. I'm going to go to the grocery store and eat some food. I never want to do another pull-up again. Thank you for watching. I'm going to update this video as soon as it's done processing. I'll put some links to stuff that I mentioned. Check out my fitness course if you want. I've got a link in the description. Peace.